What's going on, guys? So, I know if you've been around my channel a little bit or been to my streams, I streamed Dark Souls 1 recently. I started off with a drinking stream and then went on to me just dying a lot to gravity and not being able to parry certain enemies. It was pretty bad, but I did actually, in the end, win. I did beat the game and didn't get the DLC because, yeah, I'm not that good. So, to be honest, seeing somebody beat the game relatively easy in under 10 hours is baffling to me. Now, I was able to do it luckily around 20 hours, which is probably the fastest I've ever done a Souls game, luckily. Now, I'm not a pro player. I'm not that good. There's plenty of people out there, I'm sure, that run through the game in 8 hours for shits and giggles. But what I'm going to talk about today is going to be a guy who actually beat it recently, all of them, all the Fromsoft Souls games, without taking a single hit of damage while being level 1, which is insane. I don't know exactly all the intricate pieces that were put in, so I don't know if he was speedrunning using speedrun tech or if he used some glitches or cheats or stuff like that. All I know is that it is super cool, no matter what, that he actually beat every single one of them. Now, this is supposed to be the first, or at least the first he's done it. I thought somebody had done it before, and I might be mistaken. Maybe they did it with leveling up, so I might be wrong. I don't want to, be that guy and go, well, this is not impressive. It's still impressive. This is the first time it's come to my algorithm, and I can see it. And his name is Dino. I don't know his full name. I will have it obviously tagged below in the description, just to be fair, because he deserves it. He put in a lot of work. He stated it took like 2 years. Now, I know to a lot of people unfamiliar with Souls, probably like, well, that I don't understand what the big deal is. Each one of these bosses are significantly difficult for anybody that doesn't play it. I don't know how many people don't know what Souls is, but Soulsborne games are the most difficult games out there for the most part. Now, people can cheese them. You'll see a lot of people just bully these people, the enemies, a lot. I myself, I've beaten a handful of them. They are difficult. I'm not going to say they're not difficult. They are winnable. There's definitely bosses that I prefer never to fight again, and there's other bosses that I were fine with just fighting over and over. It wouldn't bother me. But at the same time, it's not a game I want to get good at. I want to get good enough to beat him. But this is super impressive. Because initially he did this like 3 years ago. He was doing a full run of it. But he was leveling up gear, all this stuff. He was actually playing it as legit as you can without taking a hit. And he did it through all of them. And this is basically called a gold run. And it is like it's not impossible, but it is so improbable that only a handful of people probably ever even come close to doing something like this, especially the last run, leveling everything up, not taking a hit. Just, I would say a handful. I can't remember exactly how many, but there is not a lot of people that are able to do a run like this. And then also top it off, running it without any equipment, running it all the way through in basically a marathon and winning. Now, I left this little clip in here of him crying because I want to let you know just how overwhelming it is, okay? To actually beat any of these games is super, I don't know, you feel like a good gamer when you finally beat one, okay? It's a super heavy level of accomplishment to me. Anybody that beats any Souls games, I know a lot of people are like, dude, we see it happen all the time. Until you do it yourself, you wouldn't understand, unless you're just that good. You might be just that good. But I myself, I'm not a big, huge Souls game player, okay? I do own them, I do play them. I've beaten a handful of them. I've only beaten one on stream. I think I've played the Elden Ring DLC. I never even beat that, and I did that on stream. But I beat Elden Ring, wiped the floor with it, ended up getting a platinum for that. It was probably the easiest Souls games I've ever played, period. 1 has been significantly more difficult. At some point, I'm going to play 2, and 3, I'll replay 3. I don't know if I'll do Bloodborne, because Bloodborne was significantly difficult to me. I don't remember there being shields or anything on it, so I couldn't like block or deflect, and the parry system was with the gun, and I was really bad at it, which is all on me. I know a lot of people, it's a fan favorite. I can see why you like it. It's really, really unique and cool, the way the world is designed. But I'm terrible at it. I'm just going to face it. I'm terrible at it. But a lot of these games, I don't think you understand how overwhelming it is just to beat one of them, let alone all 7 of them in a multi-day, marathon. And not to mention, he took, I think, they said there was like 120 days worth of restarts. Just imagine how far he probably got in any of those runs. Hell, even if he got pretty decently far in the beginning of those runs and had to restart, and then probably did bad on the second run just right off the rip, or got bad halfway through on the third run. There's no telling how many runs he did. Okay, I'm not going to go through trying to count them all or try to find the source counting them all. Just 120 days is enough to know that this dude was putting in time just for this run to work. And it's amazing. I mean, congrats to him. I don't know if there's enough people that's going to give him, you know, the accolade of that he is like the best Souls player to me, just because he done that. Now, there's a lot of people out there that probably will try to contend to that. And you know what? If you can do it, just know Dino did it first. I'm just going to say Dino did it first. This is a fucking crazy time to see any of these streamers have to look at somebody like this and go, you know what? He did it. He won. Now, given at the end of it, he obviously looks very disheveled. He looks real messed up because, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's exhausted, dude. He's just wearing his little beater, his hoodie, and he is just like, oh. You see that little smirk, which I took a screenshot of it, this little smirk right when he won, like he knew it was over. And then right after that's where he breaks down. It was just instant. From enjoyment to exhausted to I've done it, and he cries.
It's okay.
So the reason why I kept this little clip at the end too, I didn't want to exclude it. I definitely wanted it in there because I thought that was a nice little end to this clip I found on X, because the fact that the guy won, he put in a lot of work, and you can clearly tell his lady is happy. She's very happy for him. Even tells him that she's proud of him, and that's a good support system. You don't see that a lot. A lot of streamers that I've ever seen do crazy accomplishments, they get super ecstatic, like jump around, which is cool. That's fine. And then you also see where they just don't care. I see quite a few of them where they're just like, oh, I did it? That's pretty cool, guys. Yeah, W in the chat, which I don't know why. If they don't have much of emotional feel to it, I don't know why they do it. But this is the type of shit I like to see, is people doing incredible feats in the gaming universe and then just like powering through it and then having an actual emotional reaction. That's the type of shit I like to see. And then seeing somebody that actually supports them in this whole thing, which you don't get that a lot. A lot of people, they just don't understand the difference of lifestyles, especially the gaming lifestyle of people streaming. A lot of people don't understand the feeling that you get behind to actually show your community that you just did something you probably have been talking about for what is literally years that he wanted to do. But yeah, guys, about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.